Hello, my name is John Petruzzi. I'm the exercise specialist for Blue Point Surgical Group, and we're going to be sitting down talking with Jeffery Bobbitt, who is a very successful bypass sleeve patient. Um, so we're going to be asking a few questions about his process, what he had to go through, what he went through, and some of the things that he's been very successful with. Um, Jeff, talk a little bit about your starting weight and then where you are right now.
I started at 435, and then now I'm at 215 right now. It's been a year exactly today. Uh, Key thing to it was exercising and eating the right portions of size and eating what was instructed by the y'all as I went through the process. Yes.
Um, Now, before even thinking about surgery, what was, where were you at then? What kind of led you to, even thinking about a surgical procedure like this?
Well, I had a car wreck back in 2009, and I messed my foot up, and I had to have infusion. And the doctor told me if I lost weight that might help the pressure, having the weight off my foot. But it didn't in the long run. But I'm still healthier, and I was on I had the first stages of diabetes, and I had high blood pressure, and I had a cholesterol problem that was sky high. But now everything is bottomed out. I mean, it's really good now. I'm still on half a blood pressure pill and half a cholesterol pill, but she's supposed to take me off in March because of my exercise and everything's been so good.
Good. Um, what was the biggest decision for you as far as choosing the sleeve and some of the other options?
Well, I'm on Medicare because I'm on disability, and Medicare would only accept the sleeve or the bypass. And with discussing with Dr. Nain and them here at Blue Point Surgical, they decided that what was best for me. Told me, give me the option, and told me what my options were and the best results for the weight loss that I needed to lose because I was so much overweight.
Um, so leading up to the surgery, what type of exercise were you doing, before that and up to?
2 weeks before my surgery, which actually was January the 20 something, I think, of 2012, I had to, the process with Medicare and everything told me that I had to be exercising, and y'all wanted, the process y'all had to be exercising so many weeks beforehand. Had to be on a regimen of exercise, and then I was on the treadmill. I started out on the treadmill at 2.2 miles an hour, no incline, nothing. Stayed on for 20 minutes, and which now I'm up to 7 miles, which I can stay on for an hour and a half at a time, and I'm running now too, back and forwards. But it was a slow process, and it's just I kept inclining more and more. I pushed myself more and more to do it.
What for you going into it was one of your biggest fears?
All the horror stories that I've heard from gastric bypass patients, I never heard. You always hear the bad, you never hear the good.
Right.
So I just figured that I had to take care of my mom. Mom's got getting Alzheimer's, so I knew that I had to live longer, and that was my biggest fear: is not living longer, not long enough to take care of her, make her last days happy.
Now, after surgery, take us through a couple of months. After the surgery, what were you doing exercise-wise, diet-wise? What were some of the biggest keys with you, being as successful as you are?
Well, the first day I had surgery, 4 hours after I had surgery, I made 4 laps around the nursing station in the hospital. I was determined. You have to be in a mindset to be in that mindset. If you want to do this process, that it's a hard thing to do and it's a life change for you. You just got to go. You got to take. If you're going to take that step, you got to go with that step, and you need to stay focused the whole time you're doing it. But when I had the surgery, I came home like this day. I think it was a 2 day stay there, something like that, and I had to go home and I had to eat small portions. I ate a lot of mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes. I ate a lot of vegetables that were processed. And the key thing is taking your vitamins. I take my vitamins every 2 hours. I set my phone alarm every 2 hours and I take the vitamins because you're not supposed to, your stomach is so small, you're supposed to take, and not your body can't absorb it so much at a time, so you got to take the vitamins in cycles. That's what I've been doing, and I still do it to this day. I still do it to this day, and I exercise at least 4 days a week, and some weeks at five. And I do when I go, I do one day a week. I do 14 miles, 7 on the treadmill, 7 on the bike, and then I don't do anything else. And then the next day I'll do strength training, and then do 2 miles on the treadmill, and then I rotate back and forwards. But I try to go 4 to 5 times a week, keep it up pretty good. And that's one of the key things is exercising, vitamins, and eating the portion size you're supposed to. If you feel like you're getting sick or you feel full, stop. Don't force yourself to eat it. That's what's going to stress it out for you again.
Right. What, couple months afterwards, what were some of your biggest jumps in weight?
I was losing about 9 pounds a week at first, and it lasted about 7 months like that. And then now it's slowed down now big time, but I've, I'm almost down to my ideal body weight now. According to the BMI, I'm almost there. But I was losing 9 pounds, and some weeks it was more than that, but it averaged out to about 9 pounds a week. And it was just, like I said, key thing was just exercising and keep focused on exercising.
And you do a lot of that from home, or?
No, I go to the gym. I have a gym there in Culpeper where I live. Yeah, it's part of their hospital there, and it's a really good gym. And it's, the encouragement from the people there really helped too. I didn't go to any of the support groups that y'all supplied me with, but I had enough support and moral support through me going to school and people around me that I didn't need the extra support.
Now, what are some specific exercises that you felt worked really, better than any others that in your program and different things that you tried?
What I try to do is I stay with all their machines they had there. All the machine, every machine they had for all parts of the body, I try to stay all 17 parts of it. The stomach, the abs, the back, everything, the legs, the arms, and everything, and just try to stay in that whole focus, that whole group. Every time I went, on those days I did the strength training, I stayed in that group and just did every, and I kept increasing the weight, did 3 sets of them, 3 repetitions of them, and then after so many months, I would up the weight 5 pounds or 10 pounds, whatever I could endure. I wasn't trying to build muscle, I was just trying to build endurance with it here first. But I did a lot of the arm exercises and everything. I mean, I got skin. I do have skin, but that's natural. I mean, if you're gonna lose that much weight, you're gonna have it.
Right. Now, how was your diet all the way? That was obviously a huge portion of it, but how consistent were you? Have you, had any cheat meals or anything like that, or have had cravings of certain foods that you used to be, real?
No, actually, I really not have no cravings for food whatsoever. I haven't had a hunger pain, and that's it's amazing. But sometimes I wonder if I was ever really hungry anyway. In a way, people people think they're hungry and they're not. It's a nervous eating habit, which I have a nervous eating habit. And but I eat a lot of fruit. I eat watermelon 24/7 when I first had it done. The watermelons come into season in May, I ate watermelon 24/7, and it kind of filled me up quickly. But I got the water and everything else I needed too. The protein was a big thing too. Is getting the amount of protein that you need every day. Because even with exercise as much as I did, I needed more protein than normal people would.
Now, did you supplement a lot of that with protein shakes, or did you get a lot of that from food substance?
I couldn't eat meat, and I still can't eat meat very much anymore. So I took and had I went to GNC and got the ice pure, and it gives me 40 grams of protein. It's got no calories. Well, it's got 170 calories in it, but it's got no sugar added or none of that stuff into it. And that is one of the key things too, is the sugar. I watch the sugar count on everything. I didn't watch the fat count as much as I did the sugar count, because they told me here originally that all the sugar turns to fat anyway. If you got high sugar and high fat both, you get double dose on it. People don't realize that. And it's hard to find things with low in sugar and not use a sugar substitute to them. I didn't try to use any sugar substitutes either. I haven't had any sodas. I drink water and my protein drink basically. And Crystal Light, I add Crystal Light to the water every once in a while. I did that when I first had surgery, but not no more. I just drink water and my protein. That's all I drink. But
Now, the motivation to exercise, which is usually everything, in all of this.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like exercise, but the motivation for you, how do you, week in, week out, day in, day out, get yourself to the gym? What motivates you to go? What kind of, mindset do you have, with physical activity even now?
a lot of it is the encouragement I get from the gym. because everybody knows me. They don't really know me publicly, but they see my picture when you go in. You slide your little card in the gym thing, and it shows my picture from when I really originally joined the gym. And even when my year anniversary joining the gym come up, the guy was at the lobby, and he said, "Jeff, you know this is your year anniversary." He said, "I didn't even recognize it was you." And he said, well, I got pulled over there. Let me change this story here, man. I got pulled over the other day coming from Stafford, and the cop looked at me. He said, "I thought your picture was fraud." He said, "It don't look nothing like you or nothing." And get back to what we was talking about there. But the key thing to exercising is the encouragement that I got from the people at the gym. It wasn't one of these gyms that had a bunch of people powerlifting and slamming weights around and stuff. It was more of a health center, exactly. And that's what they do there, especially. They focus on more the health and the nutrition and exercising certain parts of your body if you want. And they got the trainers there, but they do focus on a lot of the good stuff in the gym. And that kept me encouraged too. And there's a lot of good people there. And I got to give the Power Wellness Center their due because it's been a good place for Colorado. It really has. It definitely has.
Now, Dr. Ming did your surgery.
Yes, sir.
Uh, what was your relationship with Dr. Ming? I mean, what was the process with that? You know, comfortability level. You know, kind of that relationship.
He was a really good doctor. He talked to me and he set me up to talk to everybody, and he told me all the process. I had to go see a psychiatrist to be evaluated to make sure I was in the right mindset for the surgery. And then I had to go through, I had to see the nutritionist to set up my eating pattern so I know exactly what I had to do when I got finished. He was really a good doctor. I didn't see him but a couple times. I've seen the nurse practitioner more here afterwards, but I'm supposed to see him tomorrow, Dr. Name tomorrow, for my 1 year and 1 day anniversary thing here. But he was a good doctor when I talked to him. He really was. He was really compassionate. He told me, he basically asked me if I wanted to live longer, how long I wanted to live. I had the option either I wanted to live long and go focus with this thing and stay healthy, or I was making my own setting my own destiny. But he's a really good doctor. And he in the surgery, he talked to me, first got me set up. He come in and talked to me again and told me everything was going to happen there at the Woodbridge Hospital. And he was really polite, everything so far. I mean,
now, was it as easy as what you make it look?
no, it was not. It's not easy. Nothing's easy. Everybody tells me I took the shortcut, but it's not easy because if you got to stay focused on the gym and everything else in life, and then that's hard to do sometimes, and you got to balance it out. That's what one of the girls at the gym told me. She's one of the trainers there. She said, "Jeff, you got to balance it out. You got to have an equal balance of your personal life, your work life, and your gym life. You got to be well rounded. And it's hard some days. When you got problems at home, you got to deal with, and then you want to eat something, and then when you get nervous or get upset, you want to eat. You got to stay focused on what you're doing. You got to think back: do I want to be unhealthy or do I want to be healthy?"
Um, in the gym, what's been some, external motivators for you as far as, now it's not about, weight loss anymore. It's about just the longevity, keeping healthy, that type of thing. What are some things that you're looking forward to, even now?
My goal is before the end of the year is to be able to run a mile, constant mile around the track of the gym. Even with the problem with my foot, and I'm probably going to end up losing my foot. They told me the other day I probably end up losing it, but I have the option to keep it as long as I can because I don't have an infection in it. But it was something that you'll have to deal with too. But I want to still, even with people with prostheses and stuff, I still want to be able to run that mile. I still want to set my goal so I can try to set that goal still.
Okay.
And the people at the gym encourage me all the time. They say, "Hey Jeff, you changed this much in 1 year. You can run this mile if you want, one way or the other, with the foot or without it."
I think that's just about it.
Okay. And I gotta say, Blue Point has been a good place, and I do take my vitamins, and I get my vitamins from them too. And because it's special vitamins that require a special bit of it, and that's what the key thing is. I'm back on that 100% the vitamins.
Now, how about with the nutritionist?
Yeah,
And the dietitian?
yeah, the nutritionist has been really good. She's told me things I could eat to get more protein, like cottage cheese. She told me to eat cheese, eat the peanut butter, eat it like I'm supposed to, but I can eat more and more of that stuff that I need to build the protein up with the amount of exercise that I do. Because I've been trying to burn anywhere from 12 to 1,500 calories 3 to 4 days a week when I exercise. So I'm burning up everything I eat plus more. And going to school helped me too with my power wellness class. Because he said that if you sweat so much, your body heats up so much, it burns so much of your fat off your body too.
Now, what if you were suggesting this lead to someone, and you were giving someone some advice to go through here, what's a couple of the biggest advice factors that you would give to them?
My biggest advice thing would be in the right mindset first. Know that you want to live healthy, and set your goals somewhere there, knowing what you want to do, but don't set your goals too high. They taught us at school to set your goals small and make many goals, not and then reach your goal, and then you feel better when you set a goal and you hit it. Then you set another goal, and then in the end you're going to get to where you want to go. That's the key thing, and then just knowing if you want to live longer, depending on what age you are. I know childhood obesity is a big thing now for this world, and they're trying to get it under control. But this, it's just the world's just gotten overweight big time. I mean, I'm a preacher because I know I've been there and done that, and I hope I don't ever go back. And I'm going to continue to go to the gym.
Okay. All right, that is it for today. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Very successful.
Thank you.
We're going to do some more of these upcoming up next month. Some more videos, interviews with some more successful patients. So stay tuned, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.